One sunny afternoon, a young girl named Katie had just got home from school and was looking forward to watching her favorite TV show. Just before going inside, Katie heard a squeak coming from somewhere nearby. She looked down and noticed a group of ducklings sitting near her feet. "Where did you guys come from?" Katie asked. She knew they probably have a family and she couldn't just leave them, so she picked them up in her arms and decided to return them to their home. She got on her bike and set off. Her first try would be the city zoo. She passed the bakery and the grocery store and the pool where she loved to swim. When she arrived at the zoo, she asked the zookeeper, Ms. Mattie, if these ducklings belonged to the zoo. Ms. Mattie shook her head. There were no ducklings living at this zoo. "Maybe they belong to Mr. Forrest, who owns the farm near the edge of town," she said. So Katie got back on her bike and traveled to the edge of town, past the park she often played at, and the strawberry patch. Mr. Forrest had many animals: pigs, chickens, sheep, and he even had ducks. But Mr. Forrest shook his head. "No, Missy, those ducklings aren't mine. But maybe they are wild ducklings and live in the Baker Woods." The Baker Woods was right behind Katie's house. "Of course they probably live there," Katie said. Katie left the farm and pedaled as fast as she could to her house, and then took the dirt path to the woods. As Katie pedaled up the hill to see the edge of the woods where the creek was, she was met with a surprise. "What happened?" Katie said out loud. All that was left of the woods were tree stumps, and men were cutting down the last few trees as she looked on. The woods had been destroyed and not a single animal was around, and the creek where she thought the ducklings might belong was polluted. She knew they couldn't go back there. As she was looking out at the remains of the woods, she heard the crackling of a falling tree beside her. The crash had caused all the ducklings to scatter. Katie got up and began to collect all the ducklings. "That's weird," Katie said. "I thought there was one more duckling." She looked around but couldn't find it. Just then she saw the little duckling lying in the path of a huge bulldozer. "Oh no, stop!" Katie screamed. But the driver couldn't hear her. It was too late for Katie to do anything. A rabbit came out of the bushes and saved the duckling, and Katie was very grateful. Then more and more animals started to come out of the bushes. Bunnies and birds and squirrels. They all looked at Katie and then at the destroyed woods. They didn't have a home anymore. Katie had a great idea. "Well, you can come to my house for now. I'll take care of you," Katie told them. And they followed her back to her house. So that's how Katie's Wildlife Center came to be. And she still takes care of all animals in need to this day.